Okay, and then we'll run through here to go meet Miss White. Oh, why do I keep going to the wrong side? This way. Ah, all this running. Gotta stay fit. Alright, Seed House. She's in here. Miss White, tell us, murder, day of death.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
Well, that sort of matches up, I think, because Hamish says that they met around 9:30.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house. I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
Your records.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
320, got it.
Thank you, miss.
And then we need to find, what am I doing? The son. Who is, I think, in one of the buildings over here. I also need to go to the laboratory as well, of course. Oh. I've not been in here before, have I?
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings.
Ah, but that's what all those signs were meaning. He just runs off in a completely different direction than I wanted. Okay. Let's look in here. That smoke's still going. It's not this room. It's a room similar though. Okay. Wait, there's no door here. There's a door here? Okay, where are we supposed to do this experiment as well? The colonial collection. But before we do that, we need to speak to, like, the guy's son. I could easily get lost in this place, I think. There he's there. Hello, Albert. Day of Dunn's death. Tell me more.
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious? Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa, something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
Tell us about other people's activity during this time.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again
Okay.
soon.
So either someone's lying. Either Albert's lying or Hamish and Miss White are lying, I think.
Just be careful with the plants during your inspection.
Dialogues. I want, like, the most recent. Okay. She was in the lab when she saw Mr. Dunn heading towards her. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late. Then they saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the lab. He ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. Stayed in the lab until 10:40, when she heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house. What we need to do is go to the lab, actually, and listen to her thesis. No idea where the lab is. This is it, isn't it?
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory.
It's none of these. It's 320, isn't it? I actually have no idea where that's supposed to be. But I assume I'm looking for something with 320 on it.
This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
320. University book.
A botany book.
University of Cambridge. Oh, wait. Let's turn it around.
This student's book belongs to Albert.
Phonograph cylinders, okay, so it might be in here.
Here it
320.
is.
Cylinder records, yes. Okay, phonograph. Use cylinder. Okay, how do I use it? Turn handle.
Plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it. Miss White was in the laboratory, as she told us.
But was she there at the time that she told us? Let's see, what time's the TC things? All the way to the bottom. Okay. Sun around 9:30. I had a little talk with Miss White. I mean, their story corroborates each other. Talk to all suspects about the day of the murder. Does that mean including the Divine Syndicate guy as well? I think so. Because they're still a suspect. I think. I'm no closer to working out anything about this. It was a complex process to prepare the deadly plants. The plant combination had to be placed close by the victim and triggered at the precise moment, which is linked to the missing deadly plants. I think someone stole... The Divine Syndicate left the plants at Kew Gardens in order to murder. I would say someone stole them before the Divine Syndicate were able to. I don't think the Divine Syndicate done it. This is just getting more confusing for me. I'm no closer to working out who done it. Alright, wait, where's the guy? Up here.
Follow my path.
Okay.
And better you will fear.
I guess we've ruled the Divine Syndicate out now? Do we not have like a clear suspect log? That would be nice if we did. I guess we'll just go to the Colonial Collection then. Alright, back to Kew Gardens. Confused by this case. Albert's not very good at botany. It's doubtful that he could have learned how the plants might release their deadly spores. But he had the book of botany in the lab. I think we need to look around the lab a little bit more. We definitely need to look around that lab a little bit more, actually. Maybe listen to some of the other cylinders. Maybe there's Albert speaking. That's not the lab. Albert speaking in one of them. But then I feel like we've been told by someone as well that he is not very good. Can't put it back down.
I don't hear anything.
I wanted to put this in here. I guess I can't listen to these? Well, it was worth a try. Right, let's look at this university book again. Albert Dunn, repeat year. So then he's not very good at botany then. I feel like we've been told more that he's not very good at it. Albert's studies, Albert's lack of experience. I really don't think the Divine Syndicate done it. Maybe there's further evidence in here.
The employee's cloakroom. Locked.
Holmes, Albert Dunn didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open it.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have actually noticed this place. Alright. Move this one to here. That seems right. No, it doesn't. Or maybe it does, actually. I don't know. This always confuses me. Okay. That there. Wait. That... possibly there? No. That doesn't seem right. Maybe if we move... okay. If we do that... can't move the ends, actually. Oh wait. I just noticed that at the end there. I'm confused by this lock. Skip it. It's confusing me too much.
Open.
Ah, yes. Okay. Martin Hamish's locker.
Martin Hamish's locker. A review on rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces. Martin Hamish studied chemistry. Interesting.
That is interesting. Got a photograph of him and... is that Albert? No.
Father and I. Kew Gardens.
So that was him when he was younger. So his father worked here. Mr. General Secretary, recent events unfolding at Kew Gardens oblige me to renew my... wait, this is Albert Dunn's locker. I was thinking it was Hamish's. So, he knew chemistry. He has a picture of him and his dad. And then we've got a letter from Hamish. Mr. General Secretary, recent events unfolding at Kew Gardens oblige me to renew my application for the management position. As I have stated already in my previous letters, I believe that no one is better suited for the post. While Mr. Montague Dunn was alive, I understood your reservation to my suggestion. Your reasons were political, and so I was happy to comply. But now, the Kew Gardens lie in disorder. How can I stand by and allow it? How can I leave them in the hands of an inexperienced people with no motivation? I must urge you to cast your decision as a matter of urgency, so that I may devote myself entirely to the noble task ahead, and free my mind from this uncertainty. Wait, no, that was Hamish's letter. Locker. So Hamish knows chemistry. And had a picture of his dad and there. Okay, this is Albert's.
Albert's locker.
He knows about yachts. Okay, he knows nothing about plants. Wait, there's a photograph.
Picture of Miss White and Albert in front of the University of London.
And they seem to get along.
Interesting.
Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction. Albert Dunn has a great passion for shipbuilding and the sea.
Refusal
A
letter.
rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
Royal Naval School of NCOS Recruitment Centre, London. Sir, it is my regret to inform you that despite your excellent results within our entry examinations, we are unable to invite you into the Royal Navy School. Your father, Mr. Montague Dunn, has expressed his intention to entrust to you the directorship of the Royal Botanic Garden Kew. Okay, that sounds like it could have been reason to kill him. And it is clear that he would not release you for an entire year of naval training. But then he doesn't have the experience to... He doesn't have the knowledge to have killed him. Please accept all our best wishes for your future at Kew Gardens. Yours very faithfully, G.M. Limershand, Director of the Royal Navy Training Centre. Let's look at Miss White's locker then.
Miss White's locker.
A jewellery box.
These jewels must be worth a small fortune.
Vanity
A
purse.
vanity purse. It is of high quality.
And a letter. Margaret, we were surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money after all of these years that have passed since you left, and without any thought of us? You have never shared with us any detail of your success at the university. But you choose to do so now? We suppose you must be ashamed of us, for we are not from the same high class as your new friends. Yes, we are modest people, but you should learn to put your family first as we at home have always done, and none of us ever compromised our reputation, as it appears you have already with your employer, Mr. Dunn. No, Margaret, it is you who makes us feel ashamed, your parents. Damn! Dear Margaret, I know how your financial troubles are overwhelming you at this present time. Please let me reassure you that I could not permit you to remain in such a dilemma. I was born of a wealthy family. I would consider it an honour if you would accept my help. Your devoted servant, Albert. Okay, Miss White's family refused to assist her financially with her studies. They disliked Montague Dunn, believing him to be a libertine. Albert Dunn had promised to continue his family's support. The money that Montague Dunn regularly gave to Miss White far exceeded the needs of a student. Margaret White's studies and social situation were completely dependent upon Montague Dunn's wealth. Right, back to clues. And that's just not linked.
Apparently, Miss White is a capable student.
We've got another clue. White studies biology at the London University. Her specialisation is exotic plants, which could be the deadly precision. She had the biological knowledge to stimulate deadly plants, possibly. Which is leading us to the conclusion that White killed Dunn. But there's a lot of things that are not adding up with that situation, that scenario.
A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
Gather data on Montague Dunn completed. Dear Mother and Father, I am writing this letter with reluctance to ask for your help. My studies and my housing costs have proven to be more expensive than I had anticipated. I fear, therefore, that I may not be able to manage in the long term. I know that we have had our disagreements in the past, but would you be so heartless as to allow your daughter to fail her studies due to lack of money? Margaret. And we can talk to Albert and talk to Martin about this stuff.